So the first idea I got for this melody for this song, I want to go like, you're a choosy one, and now I can't fall in love with you. This is what the beat sound like. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to record that in. But first, before I do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the key to this beat because like I know theory, but like I don't know exactly like what each sound sounds like. Like I know what they are when I see them, but I don't know like, oh, this was an E minor and this was an A major and this was a C minor. So like I use different tools to help me figure that out. You know, my friend Ike, he's an engineer, producer, artist, amazing multifaceted human being, but he'll sing into the mic with with like a pitch thing on, and what he's singing is usually like the tone of the beat, and like he can hear that and he'll sing into that, and it'll show, like it'll reveal to him what the key of the song is in, or like which piece is what piece. And I'm like, holy shit, like that's insane. So right now I'm just like, I'm I won't say I'm taking the easy way out, but I'm definitely taking the an alternative route, I'll call it. And I am definitely about to, sorry, I got distracted. I'm definitely about to take this to the next level because I have been like making some songs. Here, I'm gonna catch y'all up on the story real quick. So, this is a little sidetrack, but I basically I got a new computer to reward myself from making a really good album, and it did pretty good for just like an album I made. You know, like I didn't even promote it like that. Like I promoted it, but like it wasn't like that. You know, so I I basically just like I got myself a new setup, and that wasn't the only reason I got that setup. I got it because I needed it. Like I've been rocking this other computer for so long, and it's just like it's it served its purpose. I remember I was trying to edit a video on it. I kept pressing play, graphics card, playback, trash. Like it didn't play the video. I kept clicking the video and it didn't even play it. So I'm like, this is I have to get a new computer regardless. But my thing was, if I get a new computer, I don't want to spend a certain amount just to be right back here in a year or two. I wanted to get something where it's like, okay, I buy this, I'm gonna probably have to buy another computer in 10 years. That sounds great to me. I would spend a good amount of money to have something for a very long time. I don't want to like have something and it's like good for the moment and then it's out. You know, the fire's burned. I want to have something where I get it and then I don't have to worry about it for a good amount of time. So that's basically what I did here. But because I got this computer, I can't just like, long story short, I ended up buying FL and I had to buy all the VSTs that I had on this computer because I was borrowing a friend's license, and now I have my own FL license. I have my own VSTs. They're all mine. When I got to the Antares website, bless my homie who let me use their other license. When I got there, I had my iLok set up and I'm like, this is so much money. This is so much money to sound like a damn robot. And I don't even need it to sound like a robot. I need it just because, like, I need to pitch my stuff correctly. Like, I want my stuff to be intentionally in the tune I need it to be in, you know? Because some of my songs from the past, most of them, when I unintentionally made, like, no, when I intentionally, like, was out of key, like, in my Red Chrome series, I wanted my vocals to sound like really robotically, like over here and over there, and just like, you know, like I wanted that because I was rapping and I wanted it to really catch the ear and be like, oh, this is like, I can't turn away from this. Like, he's flowing and like it sounds good, but like my ear just like can't pull away from it. And that's like why I wanted to like know like what's the right thing, what's the wrong thing. And it was like so unpredictable how my vocals would move. So I need it for that reason. I need it for when I'm singing, and I'm not like the best singer. I'm a decent singer, but for this era. But I needed it to move my vocals in place, you know? So I'm like, okay, like if I'm out of key in this little bit, or like I need some correction here, I need it to just like correct my pitch every now and again. So, and it also just helps as a good mixing tool. It just makes your stuff sound a little bit more competitive. It's just that little bit of sauce. You know what I mean? So I needed it for that reason. And then they're talking about some $400 to $500. I'm like, I don't want to spend $500 to sound like a robot. You know what I mean? Like, I could yell into a fan for free. You know, I'd turn on the vocoder before that. But, you know, they had a sale, and I'm like, I gotta buy this. I have to buy this. But I pretty much been spending my head down, working, and just saving up. I bought all the stuff I needed, and so now here I am, and I've been making. There's a batch of songs I've been making without any pitch correction, and they've just been like demos, and it's just like my regular voice. And over time, I just like really liked how my regular voice was sounding. I'm like after making all these demos, I'm like, this ain't that bad. Like I don't sound terrible. Like I'm actually, I would listen to this. You know, like it started to get to that point, and I was just like kind of surprised because I've been uploading videos on here for a while, and I'm like singing and playing guitar and stuff, and I'm just like making a bunch of ideas. Like all the videos on here where I'm just singing and playing guitar, like those are just random songs I just made ideas for. You know, like if it was good enough, I was thinking about coming back to it and turning it into something more, you know? Or like it was just a way for me to like vent, you know, like turn something, a situation that I was going through or had went through into a song. You know, it was just a way, or like to show appreciation in a song. That's pretty much like what those videos were. And I just like, I started thinking about it, I'm like, I don't hate how those sounded either. You know, like I didn't hate that. So I'm listening to these demos, I'm like, these are actually pretty good. You know, like I don't actually need the auto tune, you know? And I knew that before, but like I wanted to make music in a more competitive sense as well, you know, because I want to make this my career. I want to be a recording artist, you know, like that's my whole thing. That's my whole thing. I'm trying to get to that point so I can make a living from this. But yeah, I finally got my hands on this auto tune. I did one song with it. I uploaded it on here. I uploaded just like a piece of the verse on here. And I sent it off to a few friends. They're like, yo, this shit is hard. You know? Like they're like, you on some Majid Jordan type. You know, like people are giving me props. You know, like they're like, I love this song. This is good. Your vocals are good. Like usually what I hear. And if you're an artist, you know what I'm talking about. Usually what I hear is like, damn, this beat is fire. No comments on your lyrics, delivery, or vocal. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, it probably wasn't that good then. You know what I mean? Like to me, the beat is fire is an insult. But like it's one of those insults that you just have to be like you can't take it personal at all. You just have to be like back in the lab. And the funny thing is, most people probably don't even mean it like that. Most people probably just mean it like, oh, this is like groovy. You know what I mean? Like, this is catchy. But when I hear that, what I'm hearing is, this isn't that good. Get back to work. And I'm like, okay, let's get back to it. So that's that's literally what I kept doing. And now, like, since I got all these new things and I got a new interface that's like top tier, new computer that's top tier, like all these different plugins that are top tier. Now it's like, and I won't say top tier is in like the best I could have, because there's always better. But like competitively, no, I'm rocking. I'm rocking. I'm good. I'm good for a minute. Like I'm making some good stuff. And that song proved that. And now this is the second song that I'm going to make with all of that on here. And it's like I kind of mixed it the same that I like the same way that I mixed all my other stuff. But the only problem with my other stuff was that I just didn't have good equipment. Like my microphone was good, like we all know this. We all know this, baby. You know what I'm saying? But if like I don't know, it's like you playing basketball and slides. Like if you're really good, you can make it work. But as soon as you step to a player that's on your level, you're probably gonna get smoked. You know what I mean? Like you're probably not gonna beat them. It won't be an even playing ground. And it's like for a bit, my skill was very much surpassing my equipment. So it's like it's good, but it's not like beating that certain level out. And it's like also my expertise when it came to theory was also lacking. So another thank you to my boy Ike, because like he really helped with that. I'm still like I still don't know theory like that, but just like I'm able to hear when something is just like completely off, because I used to just go off a feel. Like if I'm like this feels like the intent, or this doesn't really feel like the intent, then it's like we're not putting that out. But like if it felt like it, then it's like okay. But now I'm at a point where it's like I can just hear it. I can hear it and I can know. And I'd be like, oh wait, that's not right. That's right. And it's like this beat I just made took me like it didn't take me days, but it took me days. Like I made the beat in like I want to say like 20, 30 minutes, but like I had just been like tweaking it over days and days and days. And it's still pretty similar to the first day I made it, but except it's like everything I wanted it to be kind of formed over time. And I could only see it from backing up. Like being all up in it, I was like, damn, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with this? I'm like putting everything in the key it needs to be in. I'm like getting the rhythms and stuff right. But then like over time, I'm just like figuring out what rhythms I need and like what extra pieces I need and what extra sounds I need. I'm like changing the sound selection over and over and over again. I'm mixing things differently. I'm like just trying to figure out like, wait a minute, what exactly needs to happen here for this to reach the level that it is in here? Like what should I be doing? And it's like trying to figure out a puzzle. You know what I mean? And it's like I say all that to say that I'm being extremely intentional about how I'm making what I'm making, because like when I first started music, like recording music about like 10, 11 years ago, it was like I was just making stuff. And like there was a point where I was on my laptop, I would cook like I would record like maybe like 30 freestyles over like a bunch of different beats. I would just scour YouTube beats and just freestyle over all of them. And I would come to school the next day and I'd just show people some of my songs. They'd be like, that's whatever. And then like then another point, it was like, okay, I'm gonna be more intentional. And like each time, every like couple of months or every like couple of years, there would be something that would drastically change in me that's like, okay, you gotta take this more seriously. You gotta take this more seriously. You gotta take this more seriously. You gotta keep upping your game each time. Like there was a point where I was where I was just only working on production. I'm like, my beats need to be different. My shit needs to hit. You know what I mean? And every project I did, I only focused on like one thing, which is like, for some people, they're like, oh, like the whole thing just needs to be better. And it's like, of course it's gonna be better. It's always gonna be like better than the last one. You know what I mean? In some shape or form. But it's also like, to me, this was training. Like I was literally just training to be better and better. And while you're training, it doesn't mean that you can't make like the song while you're practicing. You know, like you never know when you're gonna get the one, you know? You just keep going and going and going and going until like you got something. So I would just pretty much just keep making albums. I have so many like scrapped projects that I never put out. I got so many songs that I just like I don't even know where they are. Like I think my ex has a bunch of them. I don't even have them anymore. Like I don't even know where they went. I'm like, what am I gonna do? You know? But I'm just like, dang, you know? And like I got good stuff that never came out just because it didn't fit the way I wanted a project to be, you know? I just never put it out ever. So, stuff like that. I got I just kept making stuff. I worked on my writing. Sometimes I worked on my delivery for a project. I worked on my overall like how to make a good project. Sometimes projects would just be about like how I did a rollout. Like they wouldn't even be like really about the music. It would just be how I did the rollout. Some of them I just wanted to work on my vocals, my singing. You know, some of them I just wanted to work on like how I made a song, like through and through. Like, can I even make a complex song structure? You know, like just stuff like that. Some of them I would just be working on like vibe, just making a vibe, like the perfect vibe. You know, like can this be played in the club? Like just stuff like that. And I always made a project for a different reason. It was never so like I could just have like the best project and that just be it. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't put anything out. I probably wouldn't have put anything out till like, I don't know, until I still probably wouldn't have put anything out, to be honest with you. I just would have been just looking for a vibe, a genre to choose, you know? But I'm glad I never did that. I'm glad that I just kept going no matter what, you know, and just kept making new stuff, kept putting out projects, kept putting out different songs, and kept reinventing myself. Because if I didn't, then I would have never got to this point. So, hey man, be fearless, keep going, and if it's really in your heart, don't let anyone stop you. Don't let anything stop you. Just do the thing. Do the thing you love to do. You know? That's where we at now. Now I'm just being like, right now what I'm working on, I want to be intentional with how I make my beats. I want to be intentional with my lyrics. I want to be intentional overall. I'm still not at that point where I'm like at that final stage, I feel like, but the stuff I'm making feels pretty competitive. Like, I feel like if someone were to turn it on, they'd be like, oh shit, I just found this artist. You know what I mean? And it's like, I could argue and say like, I got projects already out like that. And I probably do, you know, but it's just like every time you get to a new point, it's just like your mindset changes and you're going after something different. It's like you're never gonna go for the same shit. So that's what I'm doing with this song. This video is almost 20 minutes. Hey, but if you stuck around, here's the beat. Oh, I had playing through the interface. My bad. My bad, you guys. Okay. And like, what's really funny about this beat is this sounds like a beat that I would have made in like the very beginning of my like production journey. But the funny part about it is like it's very focused. It's very shaved down. Like if I would have made a beat like this 6 years ago or 7 years ago, it would have been like it would have sounded like this, but it wouldn't have hit like this. Like I don't know. It's like if you I'm a skater. If you skateboard or if you know any sports, it's like for skaters, it's like you knew how to kickflip maybe since like your first or second year of skateboarding. Like you learned it. You know what I mean? Like you got it down. And you could kickflip for a really long time. But like once you start getting around like that 5 year, 7 year, 10 year, like you're consistently skating like all the time, and you do a kickflip, that kickflip looks and feels so much differently than the kickflip you did when you first started. Same trick, same thing, same person, but it's like everything about it is just like good. There's like everything about it is just different. It screams style, it screams finesse, it screams like, you know, experience. And I feel like that's what's happening here. I feel like my kickflip has gotten much better. For any other sports people, it's like if you play basketball, like your first dunk probably looks nothing like the dunk you can do now or the dunks you can do now. Or like if you're a runner, like you being able to run a 40 when you first start and like the time you got. And it could be close to similar to the time you get now. But it's like your breath control, your finesse when you're running, your what do you call it? It's not posture. It's your form. Your form is just like so strong, and the glide is better, the stride is better. Like everything about what you're doing is just stronger. And you can probably do that with ease without as much harm to your body, without as much like, oh, I'm waking up and I'm sore as shit from that. You know what I mean? Like you probably did get faster, but like you get what I'm saying? Like it's it's that. That's what's happening here for me. And it's like it's just called growth, you know? There's a lot of growth. So I forgot what I was singing. I forgot what I'm saying. So I'm gonna go back to the beginning of this video. But I'm gonna end this video here and I'm gonna come back with a different video of me like actually recording music. So, bye.